Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Ali here. And in today's video, we're talking about something a little bit awkward, but very normal. And that's walking in on your partner while they're masturbating. I'm gonna tell you guys about my experiences with that because yes, it's actually happened to me a few times. Not being walked in on, but being the one walking in to. And how I've handled that situation and hopefully give you some insight and some reassurance that it's totally normal and there ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, let's get into it, shall we? But first, as usual, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe and all that other stuff. And if you want to support this channel even more, let me clear my throat, you can do so by clicking on the links below this video, which will bring you to my Patreon, and you can support the growth and maintenance of this channel. Merci à vous tous who are currently supporting. I appreciate you so much. All right, let me tell you about the times that I've walked in on my partner masturbating. So the first time this has ever happened to me was a couple of years ago with my ex-boyfriend, and we were a couple of months into dating, so you know, still the honeymoon phase, still a little bit exciting, and I just got a key to his apartment. He was living in the downtown core, and one night I was going out and I was like, oh, you know what? It's very convenient to go, visit him around where he was living. I'm gonna drop in. I think I had made something. I think I had made profiteroles. I think that's what they're called in English. Anyways, these like cream puff dessert, French dessert things for him because they were his favorite dessert because I'm a good wifey. Anyways, I made him a bunch and I wanted to surprise him and leave them in his apartment. I wasn't sure if he was there or not, but I said, you know what? I'm a fan of spontaneous surprises, of giving them anyways, not always receiving them. And I showed up at his apartment, and as I was unlocking the door and walked in and saying, oh, hey, he was there sitting at his desk full of computer screens and just, going at it. And then I said, oh my God. And then he got up and he said, oh, right away. And he like pulled up his pants, and it was a awkward, funny, weird moment. It's the first time that I had ever walked in on someone / my partner masturbating. He was really embarrassed. I was a little embarrassed, but not really. I just thought it was more so funny. I thought I was going to have a reaction that was a little bit more threatened, I guess, or insecure. Like, oh my God, he's masturbating when I'm not around. Like, that means he doesn't like me. For some reason, I thought I was gonna think that. I feel like a lot of people would think that or do think that. I don't know, let me know, drop it in the comments. But I didn't. I just thought it was funny, and we sort of just laughed about it, and then it just became a running joke in our relationship for a few years after that. I had never encountered that ever again. Then comes Gab, and honestly, I can't even tell you when's the first time I saw him. I don't want to say caught, because that sounds like he was doing a bad thing, but he wasn't doing a bad thing because masturbating is totally normal. So yeah, I don't remember the first time I saw him masturbating because I've seen him masturbate quite a few times now. Now it's sort of become a normal thing where I see it and I'm just like, oh, okay. And I just, I keep walking. But I will tell you guys about the times that I do remember very vividly. And the ones that come to mind are, for example, times where we are traveling. We've been traveling for a while, and sometimes in our hotels or Airbnb homes or wherever it is that we're staying, we have 2 beds or 2 bedrooms even. And sometimes we sleep separately to get some space because when you travel with someone a lot, sometimes a little alone time is good, and a good night's sleep. I remember once waking up in the middle of the night and walking to the bathroom, and I hear a sound like, there's a sound. And I was like, what is that sound? I kind of peek into his room. He's just like on his phone and he's like going at it. And part of me was like, oh, he's masturbating. And I sort of laughed and I was like, should I do something? Like, should I go in there? And I said, oh, fuck no. Like, I'm way too fucking tired. I'm just gonna go pee and I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna let him do his thing. And that's it. So I'm sure that, I'm sure that's happened many times because oftentimes we'll sleep in separate rooms or separate beds when we are traveling a lot together. And then I very much so remembered him masturbating next to me in bed. Yes, you heard that right. And if you are a man and you are watching this video, I would love for you to admit if you masturbate in bed next to your partner, or if you're a woman and if you've caught or have you seen or observed your partner masturbate next to you, or vice versa. It doesn't always have to be the guy masturbating. It could also be the woman masturbating. Anyways, so that's happened a few times. And the first time I honestly thought, I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm right here. Like, he's masturbating right next to me. Like, isn't he worried I'm gonna wake up or something? And I remember once or twice I woke up and was like, what are you doing? And then I would kind of join in. But then after that, like if it's happened again, and it has, usually it's in the middle of the night, and it's because he can't sleep. Orgasming, climaxing makes him pass out after. So it relaxes him, and he needs to come and he needs to go to bed. And I am not always equipped to provide that for him because it's in the middle of the night. I mean, yes, when you watch movies and stuff, the whole like waking up in the middle of the night sex thing is super hot, and they make it look so good, and like the partners are into it just like that. You don't even need foreplay, and they just start going at it. But honestly, I'm a big fan of a good night's sleep. If you're gonna get me off in the middle of the night, like I need some foreplay. We need to work at it, but he just needs like a quickie. And I'm not always alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic to provide that for him. So honestly, I really don't mind if he masturbates next to me. He can't even touch me. Like sometimes he'll touch a boob or something, and I'm just, sleeping, and he's going at it. But I think that is really funny. And I would love to know if anybody else does this as well. I think for my own masturbating, I've done it maybe once or twice, definitely not more than that, because it's not a habit that I have of masturbating when he's next to me with my vibrator. Again, for same reasons, just because I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit horny and I want to come, but I don't want to get up all in the sex. Like I just want it to come. With my vibrator, it's 2 minutes, I come, I'm good, I go dodo, and all is good. And I don't think he's ever noticed because, he's, when he sleeps, he sleeps. But anyways, that being said, I just want to reaffirm for many of you, if you ever caught your partner masturbating, or if you think about your partner masturbating and you find it's threatening, if you insecure insecure about it, because if you think that if your partner masturbates without you around, that they're like cheating on you, or they're not happy with you in bed, or they're not satisfied, or for any other reason, I want to remind some of you that that is not always the case. I'm not gonna lie and say that's never the case, because let's be honest, there are a lot of unsatisfied partnerships out there, and so people need to get off in self-pleasure in some way, and if they're not getting it from you, then they will in other ways, aka by self-pleasuring. But there is also a whole pool of normal humans that still self-pleasure when you're not around, even if they are so in love with you, obsessed with you, love your sex life, and are completely satisfied with your relationship and all the sex things that you do and the love and all that. Okay, so I just want you to calm down for a moment and remember that it's not always about you. Masturbation is a lot about self-pleasure, self-expression, learning your body, satisfying yourself, relaxation. It's not always about getting off sexually. Again, in Gab's case, and I'm gonna let him chime in here too, it helps him sleep. Like, I've never seen a man fall asleep so quickly after coming. It's crazy. And I can't do that. When I masturbate or come or whatever, I get very excited after and I'm very stimulated. But for him, it puts him to sleep. It's like morphine, just like knocks him right the fuck out. I know it doesn't have anything to do with me. And I know this also because when I masturbate, it doesn't always have to do with Gab. Sometimes I want to masturbate by myself. I want to self-pleasure. I want to just enjoy my vibrator. I want to explore my body a little bit. I want to do it alone. I want to chill, nobody around. And it doesn't change the way that I feel about him at all. Also, I forgot to mention that there ain't no harm in asking your partner what they were masturbating to. I always ask Gab if I if I saw him masturbating, or if I knew that, let's say he masturbated in the morning after I left, because usually he likes to do that in the morning, so he goes to take like a second nap. I always usually ask him, what did you watch? I'm curious to know. Most of the time it's some weird Reddit meme GIF porn scrolly thing with all these like little 30-second clips put together. I'm not really sure. Other times, you know, it's full on feature, like a hot mom being pounded at the pool kind of thing, but it's always kind of different, or it's the same. You know, he'll find one Pornhub artist very attractive, so he'll watch a few of her videos or something like that. But it gives me an idea of, you know, what he's into at the moment. But sometimes it's just really mindless stuff. Again, it's just to reach climax and sort of relax, and there's not really much going on behind there. But in your case, maybe if you're having a little trouble in the bedroom, or you're just genuinely curious about what your partner's into, you could just ask them. You can maybe incorporate some of these things into the bedroom. Just reminding you, no shame, friends, no shame. Okay, so I wanted to ask you about, have you ever been caught masturbating?
Yes.
By who?
You.
Have you ever been caught by anyone else?
Probably, but since I have no memories,
I'm your closest memories.
yeah.
And how did you feel?
Shy. Plus, you always make me shy. You're like, what were you doing? And then you fais exprès. How do you say that in English?
On purpose.
On purpose, you make me shy because you like it when I'm all vulnerable and shy. But specifically, when or how, I don't know. Like maybe you were sleeping?
Well, yes, I've like, what goes through your mind when you think I'm gonna masturbate next to Ali while she's sleeping?
So that's a good question, because you assume something goes through my mind, but it's really just like, I will masturbate now.
But are you like, should I wake up my girlfriend and have sex? Or I will just watch something online? Like, what's the process there? Because most people would probably think, like, why didn't you wake me up? I'm right next to you.
Sometimes I do that.
Sometimes you do that, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So it depends on. Plus, like with phones, the process of masturbating is not like super straightforward. Like, I will masturbate now, and then you open the phone. It's more like, I'm browsing Reddit, you know, and then click, swipe, swipe. I will masturbate now, and then.
But when you're in the process, so you do like quietly to not wake me up, or
Yes.
you don't get yes?
Yes, back quietly. So I'm not like super stealth either.
No, I can hear the movements. Not all the time though. Sometimes I sleep pretty deeply. So.
Not all the time. But yeah, like then you caught me, and I was like, well. But sometimes, like if it's a like deliberate masturbation session, it's more like okay, I want to sleep now, and then that's a good like sleep routine.
Yeah.
You know, pop tab, masturbate, come close tab, sleep, and then like 2 deep breaths later, I'm like.
Have you ever walked in on anyone masturbating?
No, maybe. So that's the type of thing where like maybe, and just I was invisible to the fact that they were masturbating, but I don't think I would like really register that memory that much either. Like
Would you get offended if you caught me masturbating?
No.
No.
Why would I?
I don't know. Some people are sensitive. They think it's like cheating, or it's like they're not into the other person because it's like, well, why would you masturbate? Like, I'm here, you know? I feel like a lot of people think that.
That's 2 different activities. Like
Self-pleasuring and
yeah, they're confusing.
Being your partner.
Yeah, they're confusing 2 parts. Plus, they're confusing like jealousy with no. Like I would never even have 1% of offended if I caught you masturbating, which I'm pretty sure I kind of caught you, but like left you alone maybe.
I don't think so. I've masturbated maybe a few times next to you while because I know you sleep hard, so I'm like, well, he's not gonna wake up, and I wanna make myself come the way I like to come. And in 2 seconds too, because sometimes sex, it's like, it's great, but it's long, it can be long, and when as for a woman, with Stella, I can come in 2 seconds, and then I can go to bed.
Plus, if the goal is to go to sleep, then sex.
That stimulates me more. It wakes me up. and puts
Me
you to
too
bed.
for a while. Then I still get to the sleeping phase, but it's much longer. It's not like I will sleep now. It's more I'll sleep in an hour, and but that's two different things. Like, why would people think that masturbating and having sex with two people is the same activity?
You know, it's a good question. I'm going to put a poll out and ask that.
Yeah.
But I would assume that a lot of people would be in the more offended zone, unfortunately. That's my assumption.
Because they think that masturbation is a lower form of sex compared to two people or more having sex.
Like, why would you have to self-pleasure when I'm here for you?
Okay.
Is it because you don't like me? Is it because you think of other people? Is it because I'm not doing what you want me to do? Like, I think these are normal thoughts that people have, which maybe we don't know anyone specifically, personally, who would think these things, but I think in the masses that it's a thing.
Well, I dated a girl, let's say, to keep it simple, that opened up to me that I don't think she had a problem with masturbation. She had a problem with porn. She felt like jealousy, I guess, towards the girl in the porn. I was like, really? It's like, she was kind of open to stuff, and I was like, that's surprising. But that's, yeah, it's totally different registry of activities. I don't see them as being the same. I see both as fun. It's like biking or hiking. Why would you bike when you can hike? Because I felt like biking.
Okay, the battery's gonna die any second.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for your input.
I hope it helps.
Anyways, moral of this video is that masturbating is healthy. Think twice before you start getting really insecure about thinking about your partner masturbating, or if you caught them masturbating, that like they're doing something wrong and that they're cheating on you and so on, because again, it's not always about you. Try and find humor in these situations. It's really funny catching your partner masturbating, most of the time anyways. And you could just have an awkward laugh about it, give each other a hug and a kiss, and just like move the fuck on. I feel like I want to get more educational in this video and tell you guys a little bit more about the benefits of masturbating and so on, but I'm not gonna go there. You know, I think I got my point across. That's it. I hope so anyways. Anyways, friends, please, if you have any really awkward masturbating stories about being caught or about walking in on someone, please share them below. I would love, love, love to hear them. And I'm just here reminding you that it's okay, okay? These things happen. That's it. Anyways, friends, je vous aime. See you in the next video.